Hello, and welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. Few things. No particularly best order or nothing. But as I am recording this, we are about 100 plays from 100,000 plays of the Tavern Chat Podcast. So I'm going to say that sometime in the next 12 hours, probably, we'll hit that number. So I want to thank all of you. Everybody that listens, everybody that tells their friends, hey, give this show a shot. It ain't total shit. Anyone that goes back and listens to an episode and says, hey, I should dig into it a little bit deeper. All of you, I can't thank you enough. Listen, this stuff is, I had sponsorship for a while through Anchor. We haven't had that for a bit. So I don't do this. I don't do this for the money. I do this because of the listeners. So again, I want to thank you all. 100,000 plays of the podcast is a huge amount. Huge. It's a milestone. I never would have guessed when I started this off less than a year ago that we'd be hitting something like this, let alone so soon. So thank you. Now, last night I played in the first session of James Spahn's Swords Wizardry Complete Campaign. Now we got Skeeter Green, Jim Wampler, Ian and Rocky from Silver Belay, and myself. So you got 5 very experienced players, 1 extremely experienced GM, strong character builds. We were in it, and we are playing in Matt Finch's what is it called? The travesty of not knowing what it is. The Iron. In any case, I'm sure it'll come to me. Oh, there we go. The Tomb of the Iron God. You see, you just smacked me in the head. In any case, James is running this in the Lost Lands. We started out in Bard's Gate. We were given this mission, and we go there. And one of the first things we encounter happens to be a black ooze. Now, black oozes move slowly. We saw it. We closed the door. First of all, the characters, right? First of all, the characters in their right mind are going to fight a black ooze. Not it, not I. Well, we move on. Wound up attacking a few iron statues. We thought they were something more, but they weren't. I wanted to explore a pool of stagnant water, but hey. By the way, I was playing a fighter. He was drain damaged. Sadly low intelligence and wisdom. Barely average charisma, but hey, he was strong. He had a con bonus and a dex bonus. He was going to rule the world. We had a good party. Not to say we had. So in any case, we explore along a bit more, and we find catgut and bombing fluid. Apparently, there was some ritualistic or non-ritualistic body mummification and other sort of stuff going on. So, ding, ding, ding. Hey, here we have embalming fluid. Black ooze, acidic. This would be the opposite of acidic, which I can't think of what that is right now. Right? A base, something like that. So the idea was and we found another entrance to the ooze room. So we were initially looking from the south, and then we're going to try to come in from the north, and we've got this idea of how we're going to do this, and we're going to spill this embalming fluid on it, and then let the embalming fluid light a torch to it or light a spark to it, and let the sucker up. Great idea. We all approved. Well, all for one for all. So the idea was we're going to spill it, we're going to light it, and Wampler's Magicers was going to do the honors of lighting it, and then he'd run through the door to the north, which I was going to be right there, ready to slam that door shut. And then big kaboom. Well, we learned something. I guess it's an important lesson, depending on how you look at it. Maybe you want to put this down in your role-playing campaign notes for later, as a DM or as a player, or both. Maybe take yourself on this. But apparently, embalming fluid is not flammable. So when Womp's character was trying to light the embalming fluid with flint and steel, no, it wasn't happening. However, there's always a however with this shit, right? It's never as easy as it seems, and I've already given away the punchline. We had a TPK, a big kaboom. So if embalming fluid doesn't light up, well, how do we get a big kaboom? Oh, and by the way, the embalming fluid worked well. It made the black ooze retreat. So obviously it pained it, and that was good. And maybe we could have improvised an embalming spray and kept the damn thing back as we explored the room and maybe found some treasure. But no, the sparks from that flint and steel, apparently the fumes that embalming fluid gives off is extremely flammable. So the fluid itself, no. Resulting fumes, yes. So 2d6 for the resulting fumes and damage from the gas, which exploded before we could close the door because it was boom, right? So 2d6. James, as a DM, rolled 11 points of damage, and not one of us fuckers made a saving throw. Not one. Negativo. No save-o throw. Total party kill. Self-inflicted total party kill. And it was fucking awesome. It was awesome because we had a great plan. We had a great plan, but we didn't know the science behind the plan. And think about it. Would your players know the science behind the plan? Would your character know the science behind this plan? No. We just figured, embalming fluid. It's that horrible smell. It must be like alcohol. We go kaboom. Well, we found out differently. Now, that was my first session as a player in probably a year and a half. Tonight, 8 p.m., because I'm recording this on Monday, March 25th, 2019. Tonight, I get to play with Tim Shorts. Tim Shorts is running a game. They started, I believe, last week. I had an interview of all things to do for this podcast, so I was able to participate. But I'm going to be in tonight at 8. And this time, I am playing a cleric. Although I don't know how much life my cleric will have in me. Apparently, the party is awaiting a beatdown when I stumble into it. But Jason Hobbs, Matt Jackson, Joe the lawyer, one or two others are in this group. So it's going. I seriously, I believe I'm going to be outplayed by my fellow players, which is fine. Like I said, I've been my time behind my time opposite the DM screen as opposed to being behind it is minimal. But that's okay because I'm playing with great players. I'm going to learn a lot of shit, have a lot of fun, and maybe we'll have another TPK. No, I hope not. I'd like to survive a session. So Sunday's game is every other week, so we're not playing next week, but we'll play the week after. And the Monday game should be pretty much every week. So, good times, man. Exciting times. I'm back in the saddle again. Kaboom. There you go. All right, folks. On that note, as always, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. And I will talk with you all tomorrow. Later, folks.